Hello everyone, MikeMoneyGMR here, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. As you can see, we're on the 7th night. What I've been doing? Well, I've been doing a lot of preparation, and I can tell you, we're as prepared as we're going to get. We have 45 spike traps. Turns out those are the best thing to have unless you have the guns to survive the night without them managing to get anywhere near your base. But I can only say this. It'll at least go better than the last time that I played this and had a 7th night. You guys remember that, disaster, right? And it's also too bad that I didn't lower the, amount of time between each, drop. Yeah, there's no way I'd be able to get to that in time and come back. So, unfortunately, that's just going to have to sit there. Alright, so, basically, the defense that you want is just to go nuts with spikes, and don't worry about trying to make them more powerful or anything. You're just gonna have to deal with what you have. If you can walk out of the hole, so can the zombies, so you want to make sure that you fix that whenever you find that opportunity. So that might be a little bit safer. There we go. That should do. And thankfully by the time they'll be able to use the spikes to climb up, you don't have to worry about them causing that problem, So you got that going for you as well, that you can rely on the spikes to eventually, stop the zombies in their tracks. How that works, though, is pretty difficult to explain. It's just like, a lot of the times what the spikes will hopefully do is just completely ruin the legs of the zombies, causing you to be able to pick them off from a distance. Now, thankfully, the 7th night is not that bad in single player mode because they know you're only one person. So they purposely don't try to destroy you too much. Also have this here, it's kind of like a way to see how this is working. Well, so as a sign of things to come, yeah, we're not looking too good here. Nope. I'm just trying to coax them into the pit here, so they'll stop trying to attack my wall. Oh, fuck me. I tell you guys, though, this is your fault. I decided to bring you guys in to show how I'm managing to fare really well, because I was actually doing pretty well for a second there. But now, not so much. Wow, one of them already tried defeating my house a little bit. Might as well fix that. So yeah, in my head the whole time I was thinking, can they use this to their advantage, you know, like the way stuff is set up right now? And thankfully no. I mean, hopefully this will work out pretty well in the long stretch of things. Did that businessman finally go down? Well, anyway. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. So I can still get back out of there. Yeah, see, my door's gone, but that's okay. That treasure map might be useful later. We don't need any oil right now. Kill some stags. Alright. And of course I'm all out of wood again. See, okay. The problem is we're almost out of time. Like, we only have, I would say, 8 hours, like in-game hours basically, which is about, I would say maybe 8 minutes in real life. So, unless we can somehow manage to get enough wood to replenish all the stuff they destroyed, and also make new ones, we're kind of dead in the water. I mean, in fact, maybe even building on water would probably be my better option. But no, I'm just kidding. While yes, zombies can't actually get through the water as easily as you can, they can still actually make it to where you are if you're out on the water, unfortunately. So, like, they will find a way, because the game doesn't want you to have no challenge, right? Alright. Alright. We don't really want to do that right now. So this wall right here, this literally is here to give me like a way in and out of this place, right? Problem is, in the end, it doesn't really help you out too much to really have an exit. You're better off like prepping your stuff based on like where your main sources of weakness are. And so we saw that they were able to climb up this rock when you know, they were coming around here, so it's best to just kind of load this place up with spikes to force them to have to, you know, move someplace else. And I might as well destroy some of these bodies. Not that I'm going to get much right now because, you know, my knife skill isn't very high right now. But at least it gets rid of the bodies so that they're not in your way. Always just throw rotting flesh away. You don't need it, so just get rid of it. But yeah, you can get animal fat from zombies now. That's something that I believe is new. So yeah, you want to do that whenever you have a chance. Well, some lead, that'll be useful for later. Looks like one was killed down there, but then immediately decided to take my trap with him. So even in death, he screwed me. These pine trees don't grow up any more than this, so let's get rid of that. So yeah, I'll just tell you right now, this is what I've been basically doing. I've been doing a whole lot of preparation stuff. I went out for a little bit to try, you know, and, you know, find stuff for us to, like, survive with. And I managed to find a pickaxe at one point, but then it broke, so I just scrapped it. And it did get us a lot of materials, but unfortunately not a whole lot. So yeah, there was that. There's the fact that I'm going to need more arrows as well, which kind of blows, but there's really nothing I can do about that because... Huh? For one thing, I'm going to need, you know, feathers, and obviously I don't have any feathers right now, right? So that doesn't help me very much. Okay, probably just hear myself walking around. Now, you might think I'm crazy doing what I'm doing right now. Like, you know, chopping down these trees and then immediately making the wood into spike traps when I've been complaining about needing wood all the time, right? You'd be right and wrong about that because in one situation, even if you had to, you can always just make like 300 spike traps and make just a wall of spikes is what I call it. And what literally happens is this, like, you know how I have, like, for example, here I have this wall of 2 spikes now, right? And it makes things pretty safe looking, right? Yeah, it's like they're likely to break something before they get through this. Like, they're more likely to, you know, destroy themselves on this here before they make it to my door here, right? And so, realistically, now that I can't even do anything with this anyway, I might as well just wall it off. Because, you know, this isn't going to help me, and I can just stand on top of it to take out zombies. So, let's make even more spike traps. And kind of look around here to see what else we can put them on. So, right here, I have this right here that I started digging, right? obviously they can easily get over this, right? Unless they're crawling, then they have no way to get over this. So what we want to do is like imagine that they're crawling and see like they're stuck here. They can't go over that rock unless I, you know, try to cut into it more, and then it would make it more obvious that they can get through. And now we're digging gravel. Thankfully you can still dig that with a shovel and not needing a pick. And I swear the digging it in this is still really weird. I'm sorry, I heard a sound like someone like using like one of those bicycle horns. It scared the crap out of me because I was like, wait a minute, there's no bicycle horns right now that are available to you. And so I was just like, wait a minute, like that came out of left field. Alright, so let's keep digging here. Now you can dig pretty deep, I'm not gonna lie to you. You can actually dig pretty damn deep. And doing so doesn't do anything in this game. Like, it used to be a problem where if you dug too deep, zombies would spawn because it would trigger, you know, their ability to do that. Oh, damn. So yeah, unfortunately we're now kind of in a bad spot because we can't make another shovel. So we're gonna have to come back into the base. I don't have enough water either. Alright, well, let me show you the food that I have. I managed to find corn and made it into corn seed for later. So we can eat this corn. It's not going to help us very much, but it's something. Let's just pound this back and hope for the best. Alright, I'm back after stuffing my face a little bit. So, here's my plan. We can't, you know, dig anymore. We just can't. We have no supplies to do so. Chances are what we really need is just plant fibers, but I mean, I'm just going to move this rock so it's out of our way. And then I'm going to do something really insane. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. We're going to clear out these plant fibers just so we have them. Actually, I wonder if it's because I don't have any wood. That's exactly what it is. Okay, damn it. Yep, there's a zombie in there. You start to learn real fast what you don't want to like hear or see. And a zombie all over your traps and breaking them is what you don't want to hear. come on. Oh, there she went. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Looting. Looting the zombies' bodies. You might think that that is like the absolute most important thing that you should do. I shook my head. No. You would rather focus on, in my opinion, I would rather you have focus on the actual just killing of them than the looting. Especially considering the fact that we're about to die because it's almost the nighttime. So, what we're gonna do just go apeshit crazy with spike traps. That's all we can do. Now, another way that we can survive is standing on the side, because here's what the zombies are going to do. On the 7th night, they head straight towards wherever you are, correct? And so if you're standing on a side that's really protected, you're more likely to survive because you will ultimately bring them to the area that's protected. While if you, well, don't stand on the side that's protected, you're ultimately going to just bring them to yourself where you're unprotected and die. So, yeah, it's pretty much up to you what you decide to do here. Something that might even be tempting to do is stand outside your base. I know it sounds stupid as hell, and it really kind of is, but it can help out in a pinch. But 74 arrows is definitely not going to be enough. So we might just have to wait it out. And I'll tell you, I'm not excited about it. This right here, it's going to be my death right here. Because if they head straight towards that, they got me on the ropes, basically. Let's see, is there anything I have in here that can protect me? Well, there's some scrap iron that I could use, potentially. To fashion those things a little bit stronger. But that won't help too much. Alright, well, best course of action is to put away anything you're afraid to lose. Since, obviously we are going to be dying here. Scrap this and put the new one on. I mean, it's not going to help us weapon-wise, but it's a start. Alright. Okay. Oh, yeah, did I forget to mention something? I probably did. One thing they added to the game, which is bullshit to the extreme, if you die more than once, before when that happened, you could get your backpack back, right? Like you could find it. Eventually it would still be there. Things despawn now. If you die twice, your backpack will despawn. And it's horrible. It's a pain in the ass. There's nothing you can do about it. Well, just remember, zombies can't move quickly if you have them on the ground like this. Damn it. There we go. Shit. There. God damn it. There you go. So yeah, so here's my plan. My plan, as of right now, is to just try and wait out the night. Alrighty. Until you get a flashlight, just turn your gamma all the way up for this. You can't see otherwise. Nope, we're dead. Yeah, just remember to use everything in your arsenal. Everything you possibly have. Just try and do it, you know? And just constantly keep looking around. Okay, hold on. I want to try something. Heh. Turn on, you fucker. Alright, I'm not sure how this works, but you know, zombies are triggered on where you are, right? During this. And so what I thought is they're also triggered on where fire is. And it's probably not going to work the way I want it to, but if I can trigger them to go towards the fire, they will actually stand on it and catch fire, which ultimately in the end helps me out. Alright, this might serve my death sentence, but we gotta go back inside the house for a second. No, I don't have anything. Alright. Actually, yes we do. Alright, anything to get ourselves some healing. Yeah, first aid bandages are kind of a joke, but I mean, it's something, right? Hey, look, guys, it's almost over. If we can just survive just a little bit longer, we'll be fine. Now, one thing I'll tell you. Once they're inside there, inside that hole, don't give a shit about them. Just let them die in there. Because, see, like, they're going to be on the ground like that, right? And for the most part, they can't hurt you. So just ignore them. If you absolutely have to. I mean, yeah, sure, attack them every now and then. But, I mean, for the most part, just force them to run to their grave. Shit. That's just a natural crawler. Those are actually more dangerous. Nothing. Oh. And a jump. Alright, we should be safe to spend these points real quick. Just in case, let's hug the wall here. Oop, wrong button. That'll be important later. Damn it. Yeah, come at me, dickbag. Haha. Fuck you. Alright, let's get back over here. I will say this much, being infected, least of our problems. If there's even the smallest chance of us being able to find antibiotics, we'll do what we can to find them. Now, real quick, I want to explain why I said try not to kill the zombies too much. Surprisingly enough, on the 7th night, zombies will just continuously spawn the more you kill of them. Yeah, you want to level up and shit, but if you just endlessly kill them, eventually what they're gonna do is they're going to freaking just overrun and kill you. So what you want to do is you just kind of want to take your time with them, let them kind of do their shit, and then eventually just pay attention to where they are. Now thankfully on the first 7 nights, something that doesn't happen very often is a zombie dog run. Well, the bandage is good too. Told you. Surround yourself with spikes. They can't get you. It's too bad that I got infected, though. Because one unfortunate thing about getting infected is if you die, you lose the active quest I think you were on. I'm pretty sure. Alright, 2 more hours to go. Anything can happen during these 2 hours. Though truthfully, I'll be completely honest with you. If I die, I had a good run, so I would be more than okay with that. And I can say that with full honesty, you know? Oh. Oh, I'm out of arrows, actually. Oh. There, got him. Well, that went pretty well. I can't do anything to him, so just gotta let him do that. Oh. Well, that sucks. I just feel like tossing rocks at him just to toss rocks at him. It doesn't do anything, but it's just hilarious. Might as well get my revenge on these zombies for infecting me. Jeez, you are just bound and determined, aren't you? Ah, come on. There, got him. And remember the old age saying, it's not over till it's over. So, you know, sit by and wait. Yep. Meet this hunk of ass. These guys are the strongest zombies there are. You don't really want to mess with it unless you have a weapon, so I'm not going to. I'm actually going to, probably head to the area that I like, the town, and try to survive there in a minute. But first, let me open my door and alright, how much time do I have left on my infection? 2 hours, okay. Well, anyway, that's the end of this episode anyway. It's actually going to be 2 parts. It's going to be a 22 and well, actually probably like a 25 actually, and whatever this one is. There's not a whole lot I can cut out, so don't be too worried about it. We'll want those bullet casings. But yeah, we're going to head over to this drop here because that's likely to have some antibiotics in it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'll see you guys when I record again. Till then, everyone, bye.